other area of the sound booth that is your responsibility. That is the microphones and the cords back by the piano, behind the American flag. Back here there are cords of various kinds. Most of them are just these, what we call XLR cords. They're about 25 feet each, and you can connect as many of them as you need to together, though I'd only do about 2. Once you get more than that, it really can start to, that's when you can start to have issues. So 2 is kind of trying to do the max for most things, but you can go longer than that if you need to. Just use your own discretion with that, since obviously if you need to, you got to do what you got to do. There's a couple shorter cords, 1/4-inch cable like this. And there are some just line transfer mics. Do not put power through these cords that are small like this little gray one right here. Don't put power through this like through the powered monitors up by the front of the stage, the platform. Don't try and use this to extend the distance that you can send that speaker. You will fry that cord and make it essentially useless. It's just for signal. We do have an extended cord for that on this rack, and if it's not here, it should be here. All the cords end up back on these hooks. If one of these hooks falls on the ground, there's some of this double-sided tape, and it sits back in the sound booth in the bottom drawer. Go ahead and just work the tape off that's already on the hooks, and put some of that new double-sided tape on there and stick it back up on the wall. You shouldn't have any problems. Most of them that have fallen off should have fallen off by now. So also back here, there's a couple extra sound books and stuff, and it needs cleaned up. But there are mic stands, a couple different kinds, standard mic stands, 2 boom mic stands, and there's a 3rd boom mic in the piano. Each of these stands, they can be, the microphone holders can come off. So, I mean, all of them are interchangeable, so if you need one of the big ones for the wireless microphones, like this one here, on another one, you can do that. If you just need the small ones, you can always change them out. You can put them wherever it is you need to. We've got this little guy down here. It's basically a desk stand. And that one's also interchangeable with the other things. And there's 2 more desk stands right here. They're not put together. We just got these from Brian Jones. They're basically brand new in the box. They're much shorter. I'll pull it out here and show you. So, I mean, when it's all said and done, they're only that tall. I mean, we're talking maybe 6 inches. They do need a microphone holder, and you can use any one of these to do it. And there are also some other microphone holders around as well. The pulpits and the music stands also go back here. Try and keep everything hidden behind the wall. So up here on the platform area where I'm standing right now is not a good place to put them because they poke out and it just doesn't look good. Inside this box here, there are various and sundry cords, everything from a mono cable, mono male to mono male to mono male to mono female, some 1/4-inch cables, different types. So like, so if you need a cord and it's not on the rack, if you need to split something, check this box before you go out and buy something, because you might just find it here. This is a thing for guitars. It's a direct box. You can go from 1/4-inch to XLR with no problem, which is what guitars usually use. Then we've also got microphones, a couple different kinds, silver. In each one of these bags, there are 2 microphones. There are 2 just because we don't have enough bags. And then we've got these here. We got 2 of these. These came from Brian Jones as well. They are old, but they're basically brand new in the box. I putting stickers on them because they take batteries. Check the battery. They just take a AA battery. You just unscrew this long section right here from the top part, and it takes a AA battery. If it doesn't have a battery, it won't work. So be aware of that. They sound good. These are just a one-directional mic, even though if you pull this off, it looks like it might be more. Basically, they need to be holding the microphone like this, facing their mouth, otherwise it's not going to pick it up very well. They do sound really good, but just to be aware of that, they're more for just that singular spread microphone, and there are two of them. So we inherited a couple of microphones, and we've also got this little box here. It's got lots of odds and ends in it. It's got a couple of splitters, quarter-inch, dual quarter-inch to single, some couplers and different things like that. So if you need a piece, obviously check the box. This little box right here is always in that box right there. So always check here if you need something before you go out and buy something. And all the microphones are also placed inside this box, so it's all together. And you may have to dig a little bit for it, but it's all there. And then just to show you, in one of the other videos I talked about how these are connected up front. See how they're numbered right here, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those correspond with the numbers on the sound board. So if I plug something into number 7, I'm going to expect sound to be coming out of the number 7 channel on the soundboard. So that's basically what's going on back here with all the different gadgets and gizmos, the stands, the wires, and the cords. Again, make sure everything gets put back up here. Make sure everything is folded up. Just don't, when you're done with it, just don't throw it back here. It looks tacky when people walk by and they see mic stands just laying down, nothing's really organized. So try and keep it organized. It's a small space, I know, but let's do our best to keep it clean and have fun while we're doing what we're doing.